Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News at 11 starts now.
A packed house filled with Warren De La Salle parents, furious, fed up, and mobilizing for change.
But we begin with dangerously cold temperatures across Metro Detroit.
In fact, our coldest night of the year. Let's start things off here at 11 with Ben and what the temperatures look like now as the kids and what they'll be in the morning when the kids head to the bus stop.
Yeah, guys, when we look at the lows and the highs together, we have not seen an average day like Friday since March of last year. And already these temperatures are in single digits. Flint's at 7, Howell's at 9, and the rest of us aren't far behind. Compared to yesterday at that time, 12 to 25 degrees colder than what we were looking at on Wednesday evening. Those are the temperatures. Now how it's going to feel walking out the door in the morning. This is your 4-zone forecast for wind chills in the morning. 0 may be one of the warmer numbers that we see for wind chills. Still negative territory all across the metro zone. South zone wind chills will be 1 to 4 below, and they get colder as we work our way west and north. Anywhere between about 2 and 5 below is what we're expecting on the other side of 275, and at least no double-digit below 0 wind chills, but it's going to be close in the north zone. Coming up, we'll see how long the cold lasts and if we stay dry this weekend in a few minutes, guys.
Okay, Ben, it all started in October when allegations of hazing had the school president canceling the football season.
Popular coach was fired. Police and prosecutors investigated. Their conclusions were scathing, that the school wasn't forthcoming, and parents have gone from wringing their hands to mobilizing.
Mara McDonald is live at De La Salle tonight. And Mara, now they're calling for a regime change here.
Kimberly, and I think it's important to point out that this isn't some small, malcontented group of parents. There were easily more than 100 of them out here tonight, and they are organized, and they are appealing to a higher power for a fix here.
We need change at our school. We need it now, and we're here to help.
More than 100 Warren De La Salle parents met off-site tonight. They are disgusted with how the school has handled everything that has happened since claims of hazing in the football locker room were made in October.
I believe a lot of people that are in the school are a little fearful of some retribution if they speak up.
These parents think De La Salle's administration vastly overstated the alleged hazing, won't admit they were wrong, and have torched the school's reputation in the process with no plan to fix it. A split board of trustees vote means school president John Knight stays for now, but these parents are launching a campaign to appeal to the Christian Brothers, both in the States and in Rome, for their intervention and his removal.
The school is going to survive because we've put this committee together and we're not going to let it fail. And that's going to be a big decision for the Christian Brothers.
Some of the bigger issues these parents are upset about, they feel that the reputational damage is so severe here that it's going to impact enrollment and fundraising. We're live in Warren tonight. Mara McDonald, back to you.
Well, Mara, 2 new victims have come forward since the initial police investigation. So where does the case stand now?
Well, that's right. You know, one of the initial problems with what happened here is that police say that alleged victims were uncooperative. The school was uncooperative, and they had no way to charge anything. Well, after the prosecutors and police said that, then all of a sudden you have 2 new people coming forward saying they were victims of hazing. What we understand is that those interviews are being done, and the prosecutor is reviewing.
Yeah.
Back to you.
Okay, Mara. Kim.
Well, most Metro Detroiters don't want to hear it, but construction season is right around the corner. Tonight, MDOT revealed its plans on when work will begin on its 3rd phase of I-75 construction in Oakland County. Larry Spruill was at tonight's open house meeting. And Larry, when should we expect to see those orange barrels back along the freeway there?
Well, Kimberly, if you drive around 75 northbound, 8 Mile and 696 area, then you will start to see road construction the beginning of March. But if you live anywhere here in this area, this neighborhood, then I have bad news for you. Take a look. The orange barrels are already here, and people here in Hazel Park tell me they have a lot of questions.
Okay, as far as for 9 Mile, how far will that go one way?
Michael Grabkey is just trying to figure out how to get in and out of his Hazel Park neighborhood.
As far as turning around, going northbound Chrysler Freeway.
Okay, then you'll have to go down to 9 Mile Road.
Okay.
And go back up.
Okay, thank you.
It may sound like GrabKey just moved to Hazel Park and is taking pictures, trying to learn his way around.
Howdy, can you help me out here?
But that's not the case at all. The people in this room are in the middle of segment 3 of the I-75 Modernization Project. This project will affect roughly 170,000 cars that drive I-75 northbound through Royal Oak, Hazel Park, and Madison Heights. Crews will rebuild pavement, overpasses, and retaining walls. Rob Morosi with MDOT says all I-75 traffic will share the southbound side of the freeway with 2 lanes going in each direction.
It's taking from 8 Mile all the way up to just south of N59. It is rebuilding all of I-75. So this is going to be a challenging year for drivers because we're going to have 2 separate projects going on.
Robert Peterson is one of the many who attended Thursday's night's meeting. He's worried about what's to come.
I personally am concerned about response time from the police department and the fire department.
And so NDOT says they will split up this project in parts, but once everything gets started, you will have to pack your patience because it will take about 2 years before everything is finished. We're live in Hazel Park tonight. Larry Spruill, Local 4.
Yeah, and Larry, we had reported there were concerns about homes being torn down, possibly during this phase of construction. Did they talk any about that tonight?
Yeah, they did. So MDOT says the good news is, as of right now, no homes will be torn down. That's because the property, the land that they already needed to start this project, they've already talked to those owners. Kimberly?
Okay. Larry, thanks.
Tomorrow, Detroit police will be presenting a warrant request to the prosecutor's office for charges in the beating death of a beloved Bloomfield Township hairstylist. Today, the medical examiner ruled the cause of death for Bashar Kalabat as blunt force trauma. He was found dead inside the JZ Motel on Detroit's east side on Tuesday. Police have a 24-year-old man in custody. Police think Kalabat met the man on a dating app, though they have not yet released a motive.
A domestic dispute in Shelby Township ends with an 18-year-old man stealing a running snowplow. Little did he know the snowplow was equipped with a camera in the cab showing everything. And not only did the 18-year-old not know about the plow's video camera, he also had no idea of the GPS tracker alerting its owner where the truck was. It didn't take long for police to catch up with the man who was both barefoot and shirtless.
Step out the car. Step out the car. Hands on your head. Hands on your head. Get on your knees.
Again, the 18-year-old is well known to Shelby Township Police, having fought with officers in the past. He's now at the Macomb County Jail.
A cruise ship that has been denied port several times due to coronavirus fears has finally started disembarking. Despite having no confirmed cases on board, 5 countries denied Holland America's MS Westerdam entry. Well, finally, it was Cambodia that offered its port. Tonight, about 400 people have been allowed to disembark and head to the airport, and that includes a Michigan family. Worldwide, there are more than 60,000 confirmed cases now, nearly 1,400 deaths, though here in the U.S., 15 cases, the 15th just being confirmed. A recent evacuee from Wuhan, China, who had been quarantined at an Air Force base in Texas. The Michigan Humane Society rushed to rescue a dog after he swallowed a bag of crack cocaine that had been thrown into his yard.
Nipsey was outside in his yard as Detroit police were executing a search warrant at the neighboring home. While police were searching, someone threw the bag of drugs over the fence and Nipsey ran right over and swallowed the whole bag of crack cocaine. The Humane Society rushed him to the vet where he made a full recovery.
Nipsey is doing really well. He stayed the night with us on supportive care. He seems to be very bright and alert this morning. He's very energetic and he's a very lovable dog.
Well, Nipsey was reunited with his owner this morning. The Humane Society says the owner won't have to pay for any of the care Nipsey received.
An iron constitution,
Yeah,
apparently.
really.
Tough
Goodness.
dog.
All right, still ahead. A gunfight erupts inside a Walmart.
We just heard bam, 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 about at least six or eight shots.
What led to the gunfire and how employees help shoppers get to safety.
Attorney General William Barr blasting President Trump's tweets about Roger Stone and the case that surrounds him, how the president is responding to the criticism.
But coming up first, a Michigan woman on the run for nearly 20 years is finally caught overseas, where she was arrested and the murder she's accused of committing back in 2002. Next.